So today is February 19th, 2026, and this is today's trade breakdown, right? So right off the back, I'm on NASDAQ. This is kind of like Tuesday's trade setup. Literally same thing, prices on a downtrend. We see 3 MAs or above. Price was here consolidating. Then it broke this low with this wick. It broke this low. Price came back up, created a new high from here, then came down, broke this low. So now we have one low being broken, two lows being broken. So now we can see, okay, price action is showing us that we are in a downtrend. We got 3 MAs that are lined up, right? Right here on the 5 minute, I see a fair value gap right here, right? There's a fair value gap right here that price is missing to fill in. Let me see, right? If I go to the 15 minute, right, I can see, let me see, take this one out. If I go to the 15 minute, I see there's another fair value gap with this bullish candle, right about here, boom. There's a fair value gap right here, boom, on the 15 minute. And we got lows being broken, right? Price came down, came up, came down, and broke these lows. So right now, what are we expecting, or what are we waiting for? We're waiting for price to push back up into our zone, hit our 15-minute zone or our 5-minute zone. Preferably, I would like for it to fill in the whole fair value gap and hit our 5-minute zone. But yeah, main goal was for price to see how it rejects or how it reacts off our 5-minute, 15-minute supply zone on NASDAQ, right? So right here we waited, boom, price came up, hit our zone, rejected off of it, and I already sent this to the group chat. I was like, okay, next break of candle low, I'm getting in for sales on this trade. My stop loss, I had it like around here. Like originally I had my stop loss like around here at the end of the fair value gap on the 5 minute. Right, that's where I have my stop loss. Let's see if I can move this. Whatever. Okay. My 1-to-1 target is here. Right, this is my 1-to-1 target. And then my 1-to-2 target was here. Boom. All right, so from here, we were just waiting. I already sent this out to the group chat. I was like, look, guys, next break of candle low, I'm going to be looking to get in for sales because like we can clearly see prices on the downtrend. We got 3 MAs or above, price breaking lows. Price action is showing us that we're in a downtrend. I'm getting in on the trade. Very simple price action setup, supply and demand. Same thing all my other breakdown videos show. We trade literally the same strategy all the time. So next candle open, price broke the low. I'm already in the trade. From here, I'm already in the trade and I'm just waiting. All right, I see price pushing up. So I literally did get scared, but I set my tape, I set an alert like right here, and then I moved my stop loss just above like this area where the wicks are at of this zone, because I know if price is pushing all the way up here, then that means it's most likely gonna break the zone, and that means the trade setup is invalid, right? But I also know that on the 5 minute, there's a zone, a fair value gap right here that needs to get filled in. There's that 5 minute zone right here. There's that 5 minute zone that needs to get filled in on this gap. So that's why I was also being aware of. I was like, I know there's a gap. Price might come up trying to hit the gap. So I'm just going to move my stop loss a tiny bit up. Instead of having my stop loss here, I'm going to move it a tiny bit up. I'm willing to take a little bit extra risk just to see if this trade going to play out or not. Right? So from here, we were just waiting, holding. I was holding. I don't know who else took the trade, but yeah, price ended up rejecting, pushing back, gave us this bearish candle after this big bullish candle. So, okay, now we can see if price is reversing. Then price started pushing down. Boom. Came almost halfway to our 1-to-1 target. and then start pushing back up. From here, I'm like, okay, price might just want to fill in that gap right here on the 5 minute. So we were just waiting, holding. And we also got the 9:30 candle, New York Stock Exchange, coming up in 2 and 10 minutes. But from here, we were just waiting. Then price started pushing down heavily at the 9:25 candle, and I was feeling a little bit more confident. I was like, okay, price is pushing down heavily. Maybe during the New York Stock Exchange open, which I normally try to get out the trade before the New York Stock Exchange open, because that candle is very volatile. Price will do a lot of craziness, probably stop you out and then go in your favor, or it could just go in your favor and give you a crazy big candle going to the downside and you make a lot of money. But I try not to risk it. So what I did, I lowered my stop loss to around here. I lowered my stop loss a little bit, and I was just waiting. Then the next candle opened. Boom. Price literally, let me see, literally almost hit my stop loss. Right? Price literally almost hit my stop loss right there and started rejecting back down. I was still in the trade and literally almost hit my 1-to-1. I was still in the trade. Then from here, we were just waiting again. 9:30 exchange candle started doing all this craziness. You see it came all the way up here, almost hit my stop loss, came all the way down here, almost hit my first target. That's how volatile it gets. So that's why you do not want to be in a trade, especially on the 5 minute, when the New York Stock Exchange is about to open, because then price could do whatever, bro. To be honest, it's like a news candle. So we were just waiting, and then this next candle came in at 9:35, and price literally just tanked. It melted. It hit my take profit 1. I moved my stop loss to break even. Boom. So now it's a risk-free trade, and since price was pushing in momentum, right? Since price was pushing in momentum, I was just holding the trade, and then bam, it hit my second target, my 1-2 right here. So as soon as it did that and I saw it and I got the alert, or that I saw it, I basically just closed out. I used my phone, closed out the full position, called it a day, took my profits, and then after that, price was just bam, consolidating, came back up, and we're just playing around, then bam, hit stop loss. Right? So that's why I normally go for a 1-to-2 risk to reward, because the strategy I use, supply and demand, it normally goes for a 1-to-1 risk to reward, but most of the time it's going to hit a 1-to-2 before price decides to reverse and pull back, or just reverse. Honestly, so that's why 1-to-2 is your main target. You do not want to wait. Let me see. You do not want to wait for the candle to close all the way over here. Like as soon as price came down aggressively with all that momentum and came like this area, and then I saw it rejecting a little bit, I closed out the trade, because I was like, okay, price hit my target, I'm out of the trade. Like I'm not gonna wait for the candle to close down here and for the candle. Nah, bro. Like as soon as price hit my target, immediately as I see it, okay, hit the target, I'm out. I'm out the trade. I'm taking the bread. I'm running with it, cause you never know. If I would have stayed holding, the candle would have came all the way up, boom, and then price would have been back on my 1-to-1. And it's like, bro, I should have closed out. I would have been in that mindset like, yo, I should have closed out. Why didn't I close out at 2 times my risk? I should have made more money today, but I didn't close out because I was waiting for price to stay hovering around my 1 or 2 target, and price didn't. So the trick to this game of trading is really to react to what you see. You want to react to what you see. You don't want to just predict like, oh, price is gonna go down, no worries, already hit my second target. Even though it came back up to my 1-to-1 target, I'm gonna wait for it to come back down, because at the end of the day, price might not even come back down. So you gotta be quick. You gotta be quick, make quick decisions, and react quick to what you see in the market. So as soon as I saw price coming down, hit my first target, and it's pushing down on momentum, I moved my stop loss to break even. Now it's a risk-free trade. I reacted quick, and then I hold the trade, and I decided to wait for my second target to hit, so I could close out the full position at 102. And as soon as my 102 target got hit, I closed out the full trade immediately. Boom. And today we ended up securing my second biggest day of my trading career, which is $1,100 that I ended up making today, which is freaking dope because it's my second biggest day, and I like that. That means we're seeing progress. That means we're growing the account. We're scaling up. As you can see right here, we made $1,100, made $1,117. I withdrew $100 into my bank, and we in profit $1,016 for the day on the account, which is dope. And yeah, man, that's really basically what happened today. Then after that, you know, price started pushing back up. It would have hit your stop loss if you would have stayed holding the trade, being greedy, trying to, you know, get the most out of it, and you didn't close out no partials or no profits at, you know, 102 target or 1-to-1 target, or broke even. You would have been assed out. So yeah. What other gem can I give you guys for today? That's basically it, man. That's basically it. Trade to what you see. Trade what you see. Don't trade what you think is gonna happen, because anything can happen. And always have your stop loss. Like I said in the other video, always want to have your stop loss in place, because anything can happen in the markets. And you want to trade and react. React, that's the key word. You want to react to what you see price doing. If you see price pushing down and is reacting crazy, and it's like, oh, I'm 4 times my risk, price is all the way 4 times my risk, let me hold to see if it goes 5. Nah, bro, close out the trade. Close out the trade, because most likely price gonna reject, bounce back, and now you're only gonna be like 1 times your risk. And then you're gonna be tight. You didn't close out when you saw price 4 times your risk, because the candle was pushing a momentum and you didn't react quickly enough, and you didn't make that decision quickly enough. So yeah, that's today's trade breakdown. Like, comment, subscribe for more. Like I said, if you want to know the strategy I use, tap into the video program. Link is in the bio. Link is in the description as well under the video. If you don't want to watch the videos of how I teach the strategy, you want to read the book of how I do it, I also have a book program breaking down the strategy I use. You can tap into that. And if you want one-on-one mentorship, you want one-on-one teachings, me to teach you more personally, then tap into the Discord private group chat. And yeah, we're gonna be running it up there. Next week we back in the markets on Monday. For those that are in the group chat, stay tuned. We about to run it up. And yeah, until next time, see you guys.